I've made a lot of mistakes over the years, so why should you? Now, I've been developing on Roblox for a little over 11 years. I've started in 2013, I believe, and I've had my fair share of mistakes over the time. So in this video, I'll just be going over what I did wrong and how you can avoid doing the mistakes that I did. Now, I'm a builder and modeler, but this applies to scripters, builders, modelers, basically anything that has to do with Roblox development. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, one of my first mistakes is not taking percentage when I could have for games that ended up being super popular and generating a lot of revenue for the owner. Now, I'm not saying that you should skip out on your commissions and only do percentage. What I'm saying is if you truly believe the owner's project is worth it and that it's gonna do super well in the future, then you should sacrifice just a tiny amount just to get that percentage. Now, if it's a famous developer, game creator, someone with a large community, you can do only percentage, but if it's someone smaller that isn't known, it's a much riskier way because you're not sure if the game's gonna succeed. So for those situations, if you still like the idea of the game, what you can do is you can offer them a discount in exchange for game percentage. Now, this is something that I did not do before and I regret it because there are multiple games that I worked on as a commissioner and they ended up blowing up and I haven't gotten anything from them, not even credits, because I'm not on a percentage. So just keep this in mind for whenever you're working with someone on a game that you truly believe will work out. One thing to note that is super important whenever you're doing percentage is to get a contract signed, just to make sure they don't remove you from the percentage when the game is out and making a lot of money. Now, I'm not a legal advisor, but you can talk it out with your client, and if you're under a certain age, just check on your state laws or country laws and make sure you can sign a contract that makes it so they can't remove you from percentage once the game is released. Now, if you're a minor, you might need a guardian to sign it for you, but keep that in mind. It is super important for you not to get scammed. Mistake number 2, not growing a community early. When I first started doing commissions, I didn't put any effort into building a personal brand or a community of clients and supporters. That meant I didn't have people vouching for me or spreading the word about my work, which made it harder to get new opportunities. Now, what this means is basically, whenever you get a new client, just invite them to your Discord server and ask them politely to just leave a vouch in a vouch channel, for example. Now, it doesn't matter if they leave the Discord server afterwards, which they probably won't if they really enjoyed the work that you did for them, but even if they did, you would still have their vouch in one of your vouch channels. This is a great way to keep your customers returning to you. I cannot stress this enough. The customers that you have right now or will have in the future will forget about you if you only talk to them with Discord DMs. The reason is their Discord DMs are probably flooded if they're posting on Hidden Devs or Row Devs looking for builders or modelers or scripters. So when you get their work done, your DMs with them will get lost and they're probably not gonna remember to contact you again. Instead, they're gonna post on Row Devs or Hidden Devs again looking for whatever work you did. So if you were their builder, they're gonna look for another builder because they forgot about you. So having that Discord server makes it so that you can announce in your Discord if you're offering discounts or if you're doing commissions. For example, you're opening your commissions, you can put it in the announcements and that will remind them that, oh, I hired this guy, he was really good, so I'm gonna hire him again. This is a really good way to keep your customers coming over and over again, especially if they're high paying customers. Finding new customers is very hard. Keeping the old ones is much easier if you provided them with actual quality work because they know what you're capable of and they know that you can get the job done, so they're gonna come back to you. Now, another mistake is not making my own game and focusing only on commissions. Now, commissions can pay good sometimes if you find the right client, but if you really want to improve and earn even more Robux or money, then making your own game is the right way to go. I'm not saying to stop on commissions. What I'm saying is that while you're doing commissions, put some time on the side to make your own game. Whether it's a small game or a large game, just make your own game. It'll give you more experience in making games. That way you can price your prices accordingly because you have experience making your own game. And also, if it blows up, then you got a bunch of Robux laying around that you can either DevX or invest into more games in the future. Now, making your own game is very risky, so that is one of the main reasons why I haven't did it before, but the risk is well worth it if it ends up being super good and super popular. If that's the case, you will have a fan base under you and you will get more recognition from other developers, which allows you to get better high-paying jobs and more clients. Mistake number 4, trusting the wrong people. Now this connects with the point I made earlier about making your own game, and also the point with the percentage where I said to make a contract. I'm not saying you don't have to trust anyone, but just be careful with who you're working with. So for example, if you have a client coming in, just ask them to pay 50% upfront if you don't believe they are trustworthy enough. By trustworthy, I mean they don't have anything to lose, like they're not a big creator, or they're not famous enough, or they're just acting a bit sketchy. So for example, if you're charging $10 for a commission, ask them to pay $5 upfront at least. That way, it's harder for them to back out and scam you. This also goes for percentage. Never make a percentage deal without a contract. Now, I know contract seems intimidating at first, but it's really simple and it could save you a lot of money and trouble in the future. Now the last and my biggest mistake is actually not growing enough. Now I've been on the platform since 2012, and compared to other people that have been here earlier, I really did not grow enough. I've just been sticking to the same schedule of getting commissions, getting them done, and that's it. And I haven't been doing anything more than that, which made it so that I don't grow at all. I'm just the builder that you go to if you happen to find me on like Rodevs or something. So this point really like damaged my career and made it much harder now to earn better commissions. Now this got to the point where I became jealous of other creators whenever I see their work on Twitter, because I see that they haven't been doing it for very long and they're already getting huge commissions with big studios, while I'm feeling like I'm stuck at level 1, for example. So if you really want to become a successful Roblox developer, I suggest just keep on growing, change things up if they're not working for a while, learn multiple aspects of development like scripting, building, modeling, all of that. You don't have to be a professional at all of them, just make sure you have some knowledge in all of these aspects, and post on social media, YouTube, Instagram, everything. Post everywhere, get a lot of recognition, make yourself grow, because if you're doing this for the next like 10 years like I did, you want to see some progress. Just make sure you don't give up, because someday an opportunity will come, and if you're ready for it, then that will be the time where you're gonna grow massively. Now, even if you are a slow learner, just make sure you don't give up. Speaking of slow learners, I've been doing this since 2013, so it's like what, 12 years, 11 years? Now, I'm not saying it's gonna take you that long, and it definitely won't if you actually listen to the advice in this video, but also make sure you don't rush things, because that's not gonna go well. That's about all that I have for you guys today. If you learned a thing or two, then make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe, because over 99.8% of you guys are not subscribed, and it's just a way to help me create more content and grow on the platform to spread the videos out to more people. So I'd really appreciate a subscribe and a thumbs up. And if you want to talk to me directly, you can join my Discord. I'll post the link in the description down below. It's a Discord where there's a variety of developers, from builders, scripters to animators, where we just help each other out by sharing assets that we find helpful, like plugins on Roblox Studio and all those little tips and tricks. But yes, thank you again for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.